Hey everybody, one of their Elder Scrolls Call to Arms battle report. We're going to go through the last two delve missions in the Elder Scrolls Call to Arms box set to showcase some of the other models in this first wave of releases. Specifically, the story continuing on from the death of the Dragonborn in the Bleak Falls Barrows and what happened with Ralof when he left. I guess, well, you know, the Imperials, they've been invading Skyrim, and he's gone back to his village to talk to Irzarald. I don't remember how it was pronounced in the game. About the events taking place with their Nord friend, the Dragonborn. And when they learned of her death, they discovered that the Imperial Legion is basically, you know, expanding into the region. So we're going to play the first of the delve missions called Hold the Gates, where the two characters, Ralof and Irzarald, I guess. We should call them Thrice Pierced. And Thrice Pierced are trying to defend their village or a local Nord settlement from the Imperials. So show the table, show the forces, and get this underway. Once again, the two starters for both the Stormcloaks and the Imperials provide a good mix of stuff to do a delve run with. You get enough characters for a 125-ish. I think I'm at 124 here. Gold septims worth of heroes. We have Ralof and Thrice Cursed, the Stormcloak commander. We've got him armed just as the model appears, so with a steel war axe and some fur armor, and then a iron war axe on Ralof, and then his hunting bow and his Stormcloak cuirass. I'm using some of these cool trackers from Schooner Labs to track their health and stamina and VPs. So I've got 5 health, 3 stamina here on Thrice Pierced, and then 4 health and 3 stamina on Ralof. For our adversaries for Delve mode, we're going to be using the Imperial Legion. Now, we've got our character Hadvar. He's the hero of Helgen. He's pretty dangerous. His melee attack is pretty accurate with a red dice for extra damage. His armor rating is a red die, and on a critical he gains a bonus of a yellow die as well. He's frost resistant. Let's hold the line. Imperial Legion adversaries with shields that end their activation within 3 of Hadvar automatically receive a block token. So everybody just gets a block near him, which is pretty awesome. And he's strength 4, agility 4, endurance 4 for his block and his armor skills. And then he's intelligence 3 and wisdom 4. The Imperial Mage has a ranged attack at 12 inches, which is accurate with 2 dice of yellow damage. And then for critical adds a red dice, and it's enchanted with fire for its keywords. Has a melee attack with its dagger, which is just accurate with the yellow dice damage. And then armor is going to be a yellow dice with a critical extra yellow die. Not super good like fight stats, but has some strength 3 and agility 3, endurance 3, 4 intelligence, and 4 wisdom. The Imperial soldiers with swords and shields are actually really tough. Strength 3, agility 3, but endurance 4, and then intelligence 2, wisdom 4. And not super great at hitting, but not bad. They have an accuracy die for green, and then a red dice damage. But they're piercing 1 on a double sword. And it's armor yellow, much like the Imperial Mage, with a bonus yellow on a crit, and a defense red shield. Pierce has some cool perks. He's got intimidation and windwalker, and then frost resistance for his keyword. He's got the strong survive. Faction followers within 3 inches of him reduce the stamina cost of their power attacks by 1 point. So if you do take a bunch of Stormcloaks with double-handed weapons, they get a free power attack. Because it's only 1 stamina normally. And then he's strength 5, and his single and double-handed attacks are using that. And then he's agility 3, endurance 4, intelligence 2, and wisdom 5. He's got a basic yellow armor rating with a Dragonborn symbol giving a bonus, and then his steel war axe is accurate with 2, and then a bleed as well, which is pretty sweet. Same thing over here, not with the accuracy for the iron war axe, and then the bow at 10 inches gives a green accuracy die and a red damage, and then at 20 a yellow dice damage, and the same thing. Gives piercing 1 and piercing 2 depending on the critical rolls. And then this cuirass over here is pretty much the same as the fur armor, interestingly enough, but it's weirdly more expensive because the critical only works in melee here. That makes sense. Set up for Hold the Gates, the little Nord village that they're trying to do. It's in the urban environment. And then the Great Expanse of Tamriel are pockmarked with ravaged fortresses, smashed asunder in yesteryear by besieging armies or rampaging dragons. These crumbling holds are often pressed into service by aspiring warlords or used as a place of shelter by wandering adventurers. Unfortunately, as defensible positions, they're hotly contested and new occupants are rarely afforded a moment's peace. So the battlefield has been set up as normal. One board edge is the player deployment edge, which would be the far edge over here. You can see it's this edge back here, and then the adversaries will spawn on that edge. Players nominate one board edge as the player one, and the walls become height 5. Players must leave 2 large gaps for the gates. And there should be a special token in contact with each gate on either side of the deployment zone. 2 objectives are considered to be special, and you can make a strength test in contact with one in order to pull the pulley, and that'll drop the gate in place. The gates will close, and that's one of the 2 objectives here. So we're trying to remove adversaries from play for 1 VP, and get through, destroy people. Adversaries, if they get an F fallback response, they actually move in response towards the near the player's edge. And then the players win the scenario. For each adversary they kill, they get a VP. They can also take oaths. If they make a point, they can get 3 by killing an enemy model by closing the gate on them. Let them come, not close the gate during the game, and then move through the gate. I'll remove the enemy before they have moved through a gate. You get to kill an enemy before they get through the gate. That's going to be worth 2 VPs instead of 1, which is pretty cool. Not closing it'll give you 2 base, and as we're just over 100 to 250, we gotta get 14 VPs to win. Now, the player will automatically lose if an adversary gets in contact with the player deployment edge. So the adversaries are trying to get through the gates and then over to the other side to win. So I'm gonna do let them come and through the gate. If I can get a bow kill, I can probably get through the gate down, and then let them come, not close the gate during the game, is worth 2. So it means I have to earn 12. The game will instantly win if I get to 14 VPs, and yeah. And that'll be it. So if I get to 12, basically I'm going to win as long as I don't close a gate. Half, rounding down, of the enemy models will deploy on the table at the beginning. So we'll mix up these tokens. I've numbered the Imperial soldiers, and then both my heroes will deploy on the other opposite table edge. Put the gang together. They're going to deploy over here, both Thrice Pierced and Rayloff, rushing to try and defend the village. And then the Imperial soldiery, let's see who it's going to be. We'll take you, which is 2. So that's going to be the Imperial Mage. Burning stuff. Well, that makes sense. She may have betrayed the Dragonborn. We don't know. The Nords are not excited about it, though. And number 4, which is this Imperial Soldier. There'll be 2 activations between rounds at this point level, at 150-ish. That's how many adversaries we have, 125 to 150. And we have to roll to see what our environmental effect is. See what's up in the settlement. We roll 7, so no additional special rules. The advantage token is going to go to the Imperials, again by Schooner Labs, as they did not have the deployment activation, or deployment advantage. So let's see what they do. It's game number 2, which is the Imperial Mage. And let's roll to see what her behavior is. Path of Sorcery, and rolls double strikes, so that's going to be F. She's an aggressive sorcery model, and the scenario means that any fallback moves are going to be towards, become moves towards the table edge of the enemy player. She's going to make a sprint action using her boost for the turn, and then try and make an attack, but she's not within 12 with her fireball, so her turn ends. She does not have the ability to make a block action. So it's back to me. Now, we're not outnumbered, so we don't get to stand off here. Now, we will have the activation marker to go first next turn. It feels like a good turn to have Rayloff get into Bowtown. I'm going to stamina down to 2, and he will do a boosted run, and he'll go 9 up into cover here. And then, do we try and go hidden? A little and sideways, I can see the mage. Might as well take a shot. Again, a yellow dice in defense, as she's partially obscured. And Rayloff could boost again. He's going to take an aimed shot. So down to 1 stamina. And that means that he'll be rolling 2 green dice and a yellow die to try and hit. And if he comes up with a Dragonborn Helm or a double swords, we'll add some piercing. Agility 4. Let's see what we can do here. Oof, that's not bad. So 9 minus 6 is exactly 4, and we do 2 damage, but no bonus like crits. So she's got 2 yellow dice because of the cover and her basic defense, and she blocks all of it. That means Soldier Boy is going to go, and what does he do? He gets a Dragonborn Helm, Might, which means he's going to go to the objective, which for him will be over here. He's going to sprint. Also sprint, using his boost, going 9 to here. And as he is out of range to attack while they does a line of sight, he will then throw up a block. It's just Thrice Pierce left, and he will just spend a stamina down to 2 to make a run move. And head to here. So that is round, as Rayloff can't really do anything else. Now, he at the end of the round has the regenerate keyword because of Windwalker. He regains a stamina, not when he activates, but actually at the end of every round. So he goes back up to 3, which is pretty cool as long as he's got light armor, which he does. Event phase, what happens? Blessing of RK. Roll a red die and distribute that many health points to any of your wounded models. Well, nobody's wounded, so that doesn't happen. And 1 model spawns. Let's see which model spawns. Let's take you, number 5. So he's going to go into the activation pool, along with these 2, and he'll spawn along this table edge as far as possible from my models, which will be over here. Turn 2, looks like the Nords gain the advantage. And I think we try and get Rayloff to finish some folks off. So he'll activate and walk, so he'll gain a stamina back up to 2, and just make a normal walk. And then he'll spend that to aim, so we'll just stay at 1. So he's going to take a normal walk 6, and end up just over here, a little bit less than 6, because he wants to get rid of cover. Aim shot, so it'll be 2 green and a yellow for his Nord bow. See if we can do it. Hunting bow, shot into her. She'll get a bonus defense die again. So it's going to be a piercing 1, and then with the -3, that's a 2, it'll hit. 2 yellow dice damage, but piercing 1 goes down to 1 damage, but still blocks what's there. And that's Ralof done, so let's see which of the Imperials is going to go. Whoops. Mix these up. Let's take you, number 4. Would be this guy. Let's see what he rolls for his behavior table. Double strikes is going to be for a might model D. He will move towards the nearest special objective with the D to defend it. And then he'll try and make an attack action, which he can't, so once again he will block. And hold this lever. Alright, well then it's over to the man, the legend that is Urzgald Thrice Pierced. And he's just going to boost and move. And head over to here actually, just stay in a line of fire of that mage so you can gain some cover. And he will gain his stamina back, but drop briefly to 2. Next up is the Imperial player. Flips to 2, and that's the mage. What does she roll? She is a sorcery model. 2 aggressive sorcery is going to be F, flee, which will mean move towards the enemy again. So she'll move towards the table edge, and she's aggressive, she's going to sprint to do so. Going to here, and then she'll attack the closest model, which is to flame burst old Thrice Pierced. So it's green, yellow, yellow, and we add a red on a critical symbol, which we get. So a red, and that's going to be 3 damage. He hits on a 4 or less, which rolls a 10, so she misses. He Thrice Pierced. Well, it's over to the Legion, and they're going to get a 5, which is you. And then what is your move? 2. So that's going to be, sorry, and double swords, which is attack. He's a might model. So he'll do a boosted run towards the nearest enemy to there. And he can't do anything else, so he'll just throw up a block. Well, the village is getting invaded. Well, that's round. Let's see what our event is. Oh, sorry, he'll gain his stamina back at the end of the round. To 3. And the event is detailed maps. Until the start of the next event phase, your models ignore difficult terrain and may reroll failed jump and climb tests. And another model spawns. Number 3, which is you. You're going to come on pretty much the same spot over here. Well, things are getting real. Alright, so advantage now going to the Legion. And having not shown up yet, let's see which model is going first. It's this one, number 5, which is you. Roll for your behavior. Aggressive helmet objective. So he's going to try and rush towards that objective over there. Or the nearest objective, actually. He's going to go guard this. Look how well trained you guys are. He's going to throw a block token. Javier, I need you to kill that mage. She betrayed the Dragonborn, and now you must make an example out of her. So you're going to just make a regular move. You'll gain a stamina back that you don't have to gain back. So move there. And then you make a stab with your cool axe. It's a 5, and with a stamina, he'll do a precision strike to gain an extra green die. So 6 minus 3 is 3 for 2 damage. 1 yellow die to block. And she blocks 1, but gets an extra die. 2, 3, blocks it all with her light Imperial armor. Uh-oh, that wasn't good. That wasn't what we wanted. And it's number 3. And that will be, I think, you right there. So what do you roll? Having defended the gate properly. You roll 2, and the symbol. The symbol is an attack. Now you don't have to boost to get there. So you'll just move up. And attack. Soldiers are strength 3, but with a green and red die, and they get piercing 1 on a sword. So piercing 1, but this will miss because it's a 6. Well, someone's got to watch this other gate. This is getting bad. So you regain a stamina up to 2, and then you might as well, I think, start popping some shots. Do you think that you can make it here? Yeah, you're gonna have to be okay. You move 9 over to this side. Never divide the party, Ash. Right up until you divide the party. And then shoot this guy. So do a precision shot, go to 0 stamina, and hope this works. Open. He's got a block token up. Agility 4 with his bow. It'll be green and red. Yellow. 2 greens and a yellow because we're doing a precision shot. So do we hit? 4 minus 2. Yes, we do. 1 damage, but with the helmet we gain a piercing of 1. And he'll spend his shield token for a red die plus a yellow die. And he gains 2, -1 for the piercing, but still blocks it all. So for the Imperials, it's going to be number 4. And that will be, I believe, you. Nope. Oh, you're number 3. You're number 4. It was this guy that should have done the objective. Never mind. We'll just switch the models. That's fine, Ash. You wrote the numbers really small. What happens with this soldier that just got shot? 2. So that's just going to be to do a defend. So go towards a special objective. And then because they can't make another move or attack anybody, we'll just throw up a block. We're all done, so it's just going to be, I guess, the mage. 2. With her sorcery, she gets a this symbol, which is attack. So she's going to try and stab. Spells now, because she's in melee, so it's just yellow and green. She's trying to get her 3 or less. She does, if she doesn't roll a high number. Yep, she gets it with a 2 for 1 damage. You block it. He does for 1 damage, and actually gets an additional die because he's in melee from his furs, and blocks 3 damage. Event phase for the new round. I think Hadvar is going to show up. Inspirational Bard. Place an NPC token or spare model on the board no closer than 10 inches to any of your own models. It cannot be moved like a civilian. During the game, you may spend 1 VP from one of your heroes in contact with the token to increase one of your attributes by +2 for the rest of the game. Sweet. Hadvar spawns, and he'll spawn over here as well. Place the bard back there, just in case they can be interacted with later on if we ever kill someone. And the priority marker is going to go back to the Nords. It is round 4. I guess we go first with Rayloff. We can pass now. Actually, both our models can pass. I think we're going to, and we're going to make the Imperials go first. Draw them in, as it were. So number 5, that's going to be, looking closely, you. What does this model do? 2, which is just going to be for an aggressive might model, defend. So attempt to move into base contact with the objective, which it can do with a basic move. And then at a range to attack, so again, it'll make a block. 2 models different. There's only 3 models different. You can pass. We can't pass again, but I think it's time for... Do you just want to try and murder here? I think you just try and murder. We're going to go in with Thrice Pierced. There's an advantage to fighting outnumbered, but there is a disadvantage to being attacked while outnumbered. They get a bonus accuracy die. He's just going to regain his stamina, not that he needs to, and then make a stab. 5, and he's double yellow-green. I think we add... We might as well, actually. It's free, basically, so we might as well do a precision strike. And hit with that sweet war axe. There we go, a critical hit. Bonus of a black die, so double damage. Holy moly, so we cause bleed, and we do a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. Soldier's just a yellow. He blocks 1, but doesn't get any bonuses. He'll take 3 damage and just die. He goes back to the spawn pool, and we earn a VP. Sweet. So that's going to be 1 of the 12 we need if we don't close the gate. Well, second action, I suppose we could withdraw if we wanted to, but then we get flame-oned. I think we just stand there, because we can't make a ready action when we've already activated. He'll use a special action to do his terrifying ability, so he's just going to intimidate and scream, and so if anyone wants to attempt to engage him, it requires a morale test. Another round. So... who's going on the Imperial side? Number 2, it's the Imperial Mage. So her action is going to be the swords, which is attack, attack, attack. So she will make an attack with her dagger, which is green plus yellow. And Terrifying doesn't do anything if you're already engaged. And she needs a 3. She gets a crit and a heal. Not that she has any damage on her. Could be 1 damage unless he blocks it. And he does not. He takes damage. 4 health. Rail off. Time to shoot, I think. Just gotta kill one of these soldiers. They're both blocking, so you can't do much. Try and kill the closer one. 10 now, so it's going to be red-green, and he will, I guess, just save his stamina. No, he'll burn it. Go back down to 0 that he regains. Try and precision shoot. So red, double green. Looking for an accuracy, agility of 4 to try and plug that soldier. And that's pretty sweet. So -5, and he gets a critical, so he adds an additional black die. Oh man, so it's piercing 2, 4 damage, and he would regain a health or a reserve, so he's going to regain a stamina immediately, might as well. Brilliant shot, so the block token adding a red die to damage, but piercing meaning that it's -2. So what do they get? 2, 0, it didn't matter, even blocking 2 still kills it. The 2 VPs, not too bad. In action, he'll just walk, I guess. Take a walk 6. Into some cover. Right, next Imperial to go will be number 1. Oh, it's Hadvar. What happens to him? He is a cautious might model, so that's going to be defend. He'll once again go towards special objective, and he'll rush to do so. Going 9. Can't attack anyone, so he gains a block. And he's done. That's all the Imperials activated, because we managed to kill 2 of them this round. Sweet! And we're on to the event phase. What's our event? Secret Path. Choose a friendly model that isn't staggered or incapacitated. The model can immediately move 6 inches, ignoring terrain and other models. It may not end its move in contact with enemy or impassable terrain. And then 1 model of these 2 spawns. It's going to be number 4. So this fella. Furthest point's probably like here now between these 2. And somebody could move 6. Do we want him to move? If she rolls aggressive, she'll just come towards her, but she's already been through the gate, which is not what we want. Now, the Imperials are going first this round. It's an odd numbered round. It's around 5. I think... Do we even care about moving? I guess Rayloff could. We're getting closer to Hadvir, though. I think he just wants to be within 10. He's just going to make sure he's within 10. He's going to go stand over here. Can't quite get to him, but he can plug him with an arrow if they do. And then it's activations for the Imperials going first. I gotta remember that mage is actually gonna react potentially when he activates within 6. We haven't had a lot of models activate within 6 yet, but I did realize that one of those 2 should have activated already. Number 4, and that will be you, which is might. It's going to be an attack, so heading forward, closest would be, I think, Thrice Pierce at this point. And then can't make it into melee. So we'll throw a block. So strike while iron's hot. Rayloff's going to take a shot and go to 1 stamina, because he'll regain 1 at the beginning. And then just do the same thing again. Within 10. Double accuracy from a accuracy shot in that soldier. And get, whoa, and a block. Again, he's on fire. 5 damage with piercing 1. And yeah, and sweet. Okay, well, does he, because he'll use his block token. Does he block any of it? He blocks 2 of it, but that's not enough, and he's dead. For the man. That's why the Dragonborn chose you. Up to 3 VPs, and that's model 5 out, back into the spawn pool. Let's see who's going next. It's number 2, and that's going to be the Imperial Mage. Take a dagger attack. So she gets a yellow and a green. Strength 3, try and hit Thrice Pierced. Hits for 1 damage. Does he block it? He does. Gains an extra die for that. Blocks 2. Might as well just go and try and murderize her. So he's got yellow, yellow, green to hit. And he'll get bleed if he gets a Dragonborn symbol. 5 or less. That's a 10. Just misses. But again, to go terrifying, because why not? Hadvar left, so he's going to come running forward. And get this symbol, which for a might model is attack. So we're going to come 9. Boosting towards Rayloff. This isn't going to be good. He's very heavily armored. And then can't attack, so he'll throw up a block. And that's round yet again, because we managed to kill a couple more. And we're at 4 VPs. No, 3 VPs. End phase. Divine Inspiration. Choose one of your models. That model may reroll any number of dice for its next skill or attribute test. Well, let's just give that to Thrice Pierced. 2 models come back this time. Both right here. And that means all the Imperials are back. It's an invasion. The Nords do get to go first, so Rayloff is going to shoot and scoot, I believe is the term. So do an aimed shot into old Hadvar and try and kill him. Now, he has 4 endurance, and his armor is red with a crit for yellow. 10, so red, green, green. Looking for a 4 or less. That'll just barely not do it. He'll back up 6 with a move action, being like, no thank you. He'll back up towards the Bard, because why not? Well, you didn't do it, Rayloff. I mean, you had a good run. Let's see who's going first on the Imperial side. Well, it's Hadvar, and he'll roll a let's go get him, boys. So that's a might. It's going to be an attack. So heading towards Rayloff. Going 9 boosted, but doesn't quite make it. So he blocks. His armor rating is actually a bit heavier. He has a heavier armor rating, which means he doesn't get as far when he boosts. He only gets 2 inches. Well, I guess we go with Thrice Pierced, and he's going to try and kill that spell sword. So 2 yellow and a green. He'll do a precision strike, because he's at 3 right now for his, whatchamacallit, his stamina. And this goes away, unless he wants to do it again. Does he hit her? 5 or less. He does, and causes bleed for 3 damage. Any of it? She blocks 1, takes 2. So she is down to 0. She's dead. He's not going to be able to go first. I think he will use his Terrifying ability again, just to keep Hadvar from charging him. Now, we're not going first next turn, so hopefully Hadvar doesn't get drawn right away. Next up, that spell sword's dead, but it's number 5 going, which is you. And you roll swords, which is attack. So you'll head towards the nearest, which is going to be over here into thrice pierced. And then once again, you can't fight yet because you're not close enough, so you put your shield up. All done. So it's gonna be number 3, which is you. And you probably roll much the same thing, which is once again attack. So heading towards thrice pierced to there. And putting up your shield. Then it's you, and that means you're the spell sword. And you will roll a 2, which is actually defend, so you're going to rush towards the objective. And then as you cannot attack, you will put your shield up. Well then, that divine protection or inspiration is gone now. What's the new event? Evasive maneuvers. You may choose one of your models, engage with an enemy. That model immediately moves to 3 inches and may move through other models. If there's no eligible model, draw another card. You draw another card. Shadow marks. Choose one piece of scenery no closer than 8 inches to one of your models. If possible, place it as far away as possible. Otherwise, place a treasure token at random within that scenery piece or in contact. Now with an 8, let's just put it over here. That makes the most sense, I think. And new turn. Do not respawn because you're a dangerous style adversary. You're an elite, which means you don't come back. And let's see. It's the Imperial Legion going first. Who activates? It's going to be not Hadvar. Ha! 3. 3 is you. What do you roll? You roll a nothing but defend, so heading towards this objective. 6. And then putting up a block token, because you can't attack. That gives us a chance to shoot, so I think we go with Rayloff, and he'll go to 2 stamina, back down to 1 to do a aimed attack. So it's red, green, green into Hadvar. Can we get him? Crits, adds a black die damage, so 3 damage. Plus piercing 2, and that's a sweet hit. Piercing 2 will offset his 1 automatic success he gets, and he is a red die block, but blocks 3. Duh. That would have been sweet, but we did nothing because he rolled real good. So, off we go. I think we just move away. Let's go over here, and we can spend a VP for +2 to one of our stats. Do it to whatchamacallit, we'll spend 1 VP, and we'll go to strength 6 on Rayloff. He'll talk to the bard and feel good about himself. Why not? We'll swap to axe and fight next. So who's activating on the Imperial side? It's gonna be number 1, Hadvar. Ugh, what does he roll? Cautious, he rolls defend, so he actually moves backwards towards the nearest special objective. Weird, so he's gonna run over here and put his shield up. And be like, whatever, bow guy. I guess he got spooked by that bow. Well, Rayloff went. Now it's time to make the killing, I think. And we make the killing with thrice pierced. So he loses his crazy shout, and he's going to boost over here. I'm going to say you didn't quite get through the gate. We're not even going to boost. We're just going to walk. No, we will boost, actually. We'll boost so we get to the other side. He's going to get 1 back at some point. And you're going to make a stab. He's going to go from 3 down to 1 to do a precision strike and look for a 5 or less with that hand axe into this Imperial soldier. And he gets a 5 with just 1 damage. He's going to throw away the block token to gain a red die and block it all. The important thing is we'll hopefully kill someone outside the gate now. So who's next? Number 4, which I think is, no, not you, you're number 5. You're number 4. So what do you roll? You get a swords, which is attack. So you'll go right after him. And then make a stab. 3, green, red. Fumbles. This last soldier next. And what do they roll? They roll a attack. So heading over to fight the now very outnumbered thrice pierced. Second action, he's got a red and a green as well. And he gets 3 damage, but rolls a 5, so misses. Event phase. What do we got? The Way of the Voice. Requirements. Your party must include someone with a Dragonborn shout. Nope. So we drill another one. Ancient Riddles. Place a puzzle objective token on the gaming area no closer than 8 to any player-controlled model if possible. Place it as far away as possible from others. Well, that's sweet. Ancient Riddles. Let's do that. Use the VPs. Let's put that over there. Was that 8? Yeah, perfect. Can't come back, so no respawns for the Imperials. We've got poor Thrice Pierce holding the gates by himself here, and then Rayloff having a standoff with Hadvar. Lords have the turn, so I guess we go first with you, Mr. Doctor the Axeman, and you're gonna try and kill one of these guys. Rayloff first. I don't think they can kill him on the first go. We're gonna go with Guerrilla first. He's gonna boost, so he'll boost. He has 2 stamina right now, so he'll boost to run. To get in contact with this. And he'll fire a shot. Lost stamina for a precision shot, so he will be within 10, I imagine. Yep. And in the open, so it's red, green, green. Looking for a 4 or less. Gets it. And a bleed. That's a piercing 1. So it offsets his 1 base. So he'll have to block 2 with a red die. Blocks 3. Just laughs. Just tough. Alright. Who's going first on the Imperial side? Number 5. That's you. For him engaged, he gets a defend. He can't move, so or make it to the objective, so he switches back to attack, and then fights. So he's got a green and a red. Swinging into Thrice Pierced. That's a 5 at -2 is a 3. He hits for 1 damage. Special effect there, though, so trying to block it. He blocks 1, he's fine. Make an example out of this guy. So hit him back with your War Axe. It's yellow, yellow, green. You're at 1 stamina, you go to 2. So actually you're at 2 stamina, because of your end of last round you would have gotten 1 back. And then you go to 3, so back down to 2 to do a precision strike. 2 greens and 2 yellows. And this guy. Ugh, well you heal a point of damage, but you miss. Potion, go back to 5 health, but you miss. You might as well activate Terrifying, because Intimidate is all you're really good for right now, although I've already engaged you. Next, number 3, that's gonna be you. And you roll 3, which is defend again. So you just go to attack, and it's red and green. Whoops. So 1 damage, hits. No special effects. Does it get blocked? It does. The remainder of the Imperials, number 4, also attacking. Doesn't really matter what they roll. Yep, they roll a Dragonborn symbol, which is objective. So still on objective, switches back to attack. Green and red. Oh, geez. So adds a black die damage. Oh, no. 4 damage. Does it get blocked? 1, so 3. He's down to 2. Didn't just kill somebody. And then last but not least is Hadvar. And what does he roll? He rolls defend, so he moves back once more to there, and then throws his shield up to hold the gate. These smart Imperials. End phase, the end of round. Disease. Choose one of your models. They must pass an endurance test or receive the disease diminishing card. Endurance 4, endurance 4. We'll do it on rail off, I guess. Does he pass? 5, no. In fact, it's agility, so that's okay. And then it's new round. The Imperials are going first, so let's see which one activates. Well, let's hopefully not lose our boss man here. Number 4, that'll be you. And you just take a swing. Rolling a swords, which is attack. So green and red. These guys are hyper dangerous. And they miss, thankfully, but gain life if they could gain life. They only have 1 hit point. I feel like you just need to go and try and kill this guy to get those 2 VPs. So, because if you get those 2 VPs, you get all your health back because you'll level up. So you need to do precision strike. So you're at 3 stamina, and you go back down to 2. 2 green, 2 yellow. Looking for a 5. Crits and adds a black die for 3 damage and bleed. And does he block any with a yellow? Because he has no shield token. Blocks 1, just dies. That'll be 2 VPs because he never entered the building, so that's 6. And then we've already spent 1, but we can spend those 5 and level up. We're halfway home. Bam! Gets his health back to 5. You don't lose a VP for that having not worked. Next, the Imperial side, number 3. That'll be you. What do you roll? He's not terrifying right now. You roll swords, which is attacking, and it's a green and a red. And a Thrice Pierced. That's a crit, so extra black die damage. Oof, 3 damage, not good. Blocks 1, but bonus die for the critical effect. Blocks 2, so it takes 1. Back down to 4 health. Real off. Time to, I think, do the puzzle. So we have to stay within 3 of it to try and do it. So we're just going to walk to get within 10 to there. Stay within 3. We just want to not get charged, I think. We'll go to there. Yeah, looks about right. And then we will, we are at 0 stamina. We go to 1, we just basic walk, and then we'll do it back down to 0 to do a precision strike, shot rather. So it's going to be red and 2 green into Hadvar. And that will hit, but only 1 damage with no effects. He can't not block it. He gets 4 successes and is totally fine. Diminish down, because he's only a little bit diseased now. That's Hadvar. What does he do? Probably try and charge me. 3 defend. No, he just stays next to the objective. Shield back up. Event phase. Last event card. What was that? If the adversary rules are in effect, choose a point on the gaming table within 6. The adversary spawns from that point instead of the table edge. If the adversary rules not in play, discard this card and draw another. Nope, that's going to come in within 6. So we'll randomize on a... I guess we'll just flip a token. So on a red token, it's Thrice Pierced. On the other one, it's him. It's the regular one, so it's going to be within 6 of him. Try and solve the puzzle. Let's just check for Rayloff. Crushed it. So we get a treasure card and 3 VPs and go to 9. Right, we're getting there. We just gotta get 3 more kills and we will win. So let's see who is going first. We have the advantage. I feel like it's Rayloff needs to go first again and just try and plug that guy. Go to 1 stamina, he's gonna immediately do a precision shot into that dude that just showed up next to him. And he crits for an extra die. Gains a health back if he'd lost one. He'll gain a stamina instead. And then pierces all day long. Shielding, does he block it? Not enough. That's 3 damage, he did. And we go to 10. One more, we can level up Rayloff. I totally forgot to draw a treasure item for him too. Orcish Arrow is perfect. Special ammunition. Add the crit effect punishing to range attacks attached with weapons, melee attached to bows. Well, not super relevant, because I guess it'd be relevant against Hadvar, because it'd be punishing. And then second action, I guess we go over to this chest. No, we just stay within 10. Just back over there. We don't need anything from that chest. Which Imperial's going first? Number 4? Did you just die? No, number 5 died. Number 4's over here. That's you. What's your behavior roll? You're going to attack, attack, attack. So that's green and red. Looking for a 3. Ugh, crits. Does 1 damage. And does it get blocked? Does the critical effect? Does 4 damage. Oh my god. Blocks 1 but gets a bonus die. Blocks 2. Does 2 damage. Down to 2. Well, then you get to go. I think you attack the one that hasn't activated yet and try and kill him. So you're going to go back up to 3 stamina, back down to 2. Do a precision strike with your hand axe or your steel war axe for 2 yellows. And at -4, you'll hit with a 5 just and do 3 damage with bleed. Does it get blocked? Nope, dead. Takes you to 11. 1 more and you win the game. And it's just Rayloff left, or sorry, Hadvar left. And so he'll activate because these 2 are back in the spawn pool. And what happens? Rolls a 3, which is going to be defend again. He just stands there and throws his shield in the air. Open for the other Imperials. So that's event phase. You have to reshuffle the event deck. And it's Divine Inspiration. Choose one of your models. They can reroll any number of dice from its next skill or attribute test. Well, let's make that you. You're going second, though, because the Stormcloaks or the Stormcloaks are going first, the Imperials. And 2 models spawn immediately at the furthest away point, which is probably like right about here. Imperials going first. Which one will it be? Please don't kill my hero. Number 4? That's you, isn't it? It is. 3 or less. Oh no. Oh no, 5 damage. Oh, does he block any? Blocks 2 of it. So it takes 3. That'll take him to -1. So he's at a +2 modifier to his endurance test, or he's dead. Roll endurance 5 or less. 6, 7, 8. He's gone. And she just is victorious. Oh man. So we have 1 play here now. We have to kill one of these guys with a bow for 2, and that'll win us the game. First things first, you can level up. And that's going to take you to agility 5 for your bow. And 7 for melee. And then I guess we just try and do this. You'll be at full stamina. So you'll spend 1 to run and 1 to do a precision shot. So running 9 to here. And then shooting one of these fools with your bow and arrow. So you're into 5. You need a yellow die, 2 green dice. Get him! 2 damage, and you hit. Oh, come on. Does this guy block? Blocks 1, dies. That's it. That takes us to 13, because we killed him outside the zone. Their oath. Actually, even just taking us to 12 without the oath. I think you actually only get the oaths once. Yeah, we didn't let them pass, and Rayloff himself wins the game.
So you have it, Rayloff and Thrice Pierce successfully defending the village, although Thrice Pierce was beaten down at the end of it all. Yeah, defending the innocent villagers inside from the Imperial aggression. So I hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you next week for our last delve mode from the first initial wave of Elder Scrolls Call to Arms, which is the Lair of the Beast. We're going to hunt down Hadvar at home, try and take him out. He's been responsible for too many crimes against the Nords. The Nords are going to have their revenge. So we'll show you that one 2 weeks from now. Big thanks for watching. Next time on MASH. Have a great day.
I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to support the channel, of course, like and subscribe and hit the little bell below so you get notifications when I post future content. I do post stuff 7 days a week. If you want to support the channel further, you can, of course, buy a t-shirt through Spreadshirts, buy a measuring gauge or objective markers from Death Ray Designs, or, of course, most importantly, there is Patreon. Patreon is what makes all this possible, keeps the lights on, pays for the studio costs, pays for the equipment, model costs, and everything else, and most importantly, puts food in my kids' bellies and a roof over their heads. Big thanks to everyone, past, future, who supported me. I do this stuff because of you guys, and of course, I will continue doing it as long as I can.